Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So as you know, I haven't been making very many videos because of being sick and whatnot. Well, my last video I made was tearing apart the final drive for 200 Hitachi. Well, I started feeling better, been really feeling good lately. My body's starting to get back to normal. Dad's really starting to feel a lot better. So we've been doing more and more as time goes on. So anyways, um, we haven't been doing any excavating work because, for one, it's gotten pretty cold out again. We've had some pretty nasty weather, and we don't have an excavator right now to work with. So, tomorrow that's going to change. We have a newer machine coming. In fact, it's almost new. It'll be here tomorrow afternoon. So, we've solved that problem. So, I was able to get off work this evening at a rather early time, 5 o'clock, and I decided to come home and work on the Gleaner project a little bit, just so we have a video to keep things going on the channel, and to let everybody know that, everybody's doing okay in the family, and we appreciate all the comments and stuff that we've gotten telling us to feel better and stuff. Thank you very much for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the Gleaner a little bit tonight, the Gleaner project. So I'm going to start putting the wheels on it, which I've already put one wheel on it. I've already pre-painted the rims. I figured nobody wants to go through watching me paint the rims. So these are actually little diamond tread tires, just like the my Gleaner in real life has. So what I done was I trimmed off the ends of these hubs, because these little rims have their own hubs and stuff in them that look real nice. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to actually super glue the tire and rim to the spindle like so, just because it's going to be a model. I'm not going to play with it. It's going to sit on my display. It's not like I'm going to roll it around or anything. And I couldn't really come up with a good way of putting these on to make them roll because of the design of everything. But like I said, I don't need it to be a functioning toy anyways. It's a model for me. So I have the wheels, and I have all the decals for it. The decals actually came in, so maybe we'll do that on this video also. So all I'm doing is I'm putting just a little bit of extreme power thick that I get from Hobby Lobby. Gonna put a little bit on there. So, and I've actually been in the process of finding a flatbed for my my truck, since I have another daily driver now. I've been trying to come up with a flatbed to make me basically a small service truck out of it. And I've worked on that today also, and everybody seems to be July or August before I can get a bed. So now what I'm going to do is I have this extreme power accelerator, which this accelerates the drying process of the glue and makes it dry rather quick. So I'm going to spray a little of that on there so I don't have to hold it very long. Oh, right there's where I want it. So we'll wait a few seconds, and that'll actually harden that glue right up right away. It's pretty good stuff. And there we go. So we have our wheels on our Gleaner. That looks real nice. So I'm going to let that finish drying up, and I got this drag link here kind of broke when I was putting the rear axle on. I got to glue that up. So now for the front wheels, I've got these that actually have a pretty nice hub in the center. I'm going to use these. These are actual size of what is on my real Gleaner. So I'm going to simply glue these on. I'm actually, I think, going to, well, we can use some more of this glue on them. I just don't know how I'm going to spray the accelerator down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these off camera so we don't get this video too long. Okay, so we're going to start doing our decals here. This is going to be interesting because they are so small. We've got the wheels on, and these decals are pretty tiny, so I'm going to get them started here off the paper with an X-Acto knife. There we go. Oop, I kind of stuck to the knife blade. So this is the cab side, or ladder side, that says L2, and it wraps around the front of the machine here. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so now we want to make sure that gets straight as we go around. Oh boy. Well, that looks pretty good right there. Now we'll just bow it around. Oh, that looks nice. Look at that. That's pretty. It's not perfect by any means, but it's good for me. Those look great on there. Man, I like that. That just looks fantastic. Okay, so now I gotta look at some pictures. I'm gonna point out something else I done pretty cool on this one. I don't know if you can see them right here, but I took some beads out of one of Jess's bead kits that she makes bracelets and stuff out of, and I glued them on where the four-way flashers are. Well, I haven't finished yet, as I'm going to show you how I done it. But I used an amber one for a flasher, and then I just used a red one for a taillight. And I think they give it kind of a cool look. So I got some more. We're going to put another one over here. We're going to put one up here and here. And then maybe we'll do something with them for the headlights. And we'll put another one back here for a taillight. So I'm going to look at some pictures of my big Gleaner real quick and see where the rest of the decals go. And we'll get them finished up. Okay, so we got the rest of the decals on. Got the ones on the front of the cab. This phone would focus. We got this one on the other side. And we've got one on the back of the combine. So the remainder of these stripes, I'm not sure where they go. I think I actually painted where them actually go on here, which is alright. In real life they're painted anyways on mine. So now I'm going to show you how to put these bead lights on. So we'll start with this one right here. Oh, gotta take my cap off the glue. Oh, and I put the ladder on. I forgot to put the ladder on. There, I got the ladder on it. So it's looking good. Asher's over there making a lot of noise in the kitchen. Darn dog. Okay, so we're just gonna put just a little bitty drop of glue on here. And as you can see, these little beads are pretty tiny. So we're just gonna grab one. We want the hole up. Seems to give it the best effect. And we're gonna place that in our little bit of glue here. And we're gonna get it up there in the corner where we want it. That looks like a good resting place for it. And we're gonna let that dry. And that looks just like a flasher. Or kind of close to one. I mean, it's not perfect, but from a distance, you know, on a toy scene, you get a ways away from it, and it's going to look just like an amber flasher. So, since we've got the combine in this position, let's go ahead and we'll stick us one more little droplet of glue here. Nice thing about this extreme power thick stuff is it dries clear. It doesn't have a white residue or anything, and I really like working with it. So if you do get a little extra on there, don't worry, because it'll dry clear and you'll never really notice it. Okay, does that look even? Let's go down just a little bit. We're going to leave it right there. I think it looks good. I may not be perfectly straight with the world, but it's a 1/64th farm model. It's not like we're building something on the National Space Station or something like that. So anyways, we're going to let that glue dry. I'm going to go ahead and stick the other ones on the front of the combine, and then we're going to go in some better light, and we're going to put it on the turning table, and we're going to turn it around and get a good video of it. Okay, here it is, my first 3D printed model that I put together, painted, and put all the decals on myself. I'm very proud of this model. I think it turned out fantastic. I love the way the beads made it look, as far as looking like it has four-way flashers. The tail light ones look really nice. I even took some clear ones and I glued them on where the headlights would be up across the cab, and then I put two on the bottom where there are also headlights, but you can't see those very well because of the black paint behind them, but if you look from the side you can see them. But this thing just turned out beautiful. The only thing that you see, and you won't see it from a distance, is that copper wire that I used for the auger. That kind of shows a little bit. But other than that, this thing turned out fantastic. I love it. So, and like I said, this model is not meant to play with, so I don't mind that the wheels don't roll. That's no big deal. It's going to sit on the shelf or on a display. But this thing, I can't stop looking at it. I think it's just so cool. But even from a distance, it looks great. I mean, from 4 foot away or 3 foot away on a layout, you're not going to notice its imperfections, but I'm really happy with it. The cab detail turned out great. The black steering wheel really made it pop. And then those things that I glued on the mirrors really turned out real nice. Made it look like a mirror if you look from back here. I mean, beautiful. So anyways, if you like this episode of Dirt Grain Steel, give me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this. And let me know if you'd like to see me do some more of these models. I'm thinking about doing some more of them. And I've got the 3D printed plow to do next that I'm going to be putting on a diorama with my 720 diesel 2-cylinder that I have. And I'm going to be building a plow for another 720. So I got all the parts to do that. So it's going to be pretty cool too. So anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next one.